What's up, guys? Greenchili here, and today we're gonna have another World of Warcraft walkthrough. I just barely woke up, and it's just, So today we're gonna do another episode of just travel along. One thing I do want to discuss is the next expansion. By the time this video is uploaded, video's uploaded during like the Battle for Azeroth, right? Which is the expansion coming up soon. By the time this video is finished. No, what I'm saying, sorry. I was just a little bit sleepy, but what I meant to say was, at the time of the video, they announced the Battle for Azeroth, so I want to discuss like what I think about the expansion, what are my concerns, what are my little wish list that hoping they would, little tweaks they add to the expansion, and little stuff like that. And what am I excited for? What do I think of the sub races and all that? Yeah. Alright. So, am I excited for the expansion? Yes, I'm pretty excited for expansion, but I'm a little bit concerned because if you guys didn't pay attention, like, we were told about the old gods and like what's like they're gonna, like, we were told by the old gods, like they're coming or something, the Black Empire and all that. And we were also hinted by the Ashara Nagas. So I thought we were gonna have like an old god expansion soon, but apparently we're gonna have a faction expansion. I thought that was a little bit random because I guess our faction needs to fight again because, they always hate each other's. I know people who've been complaining about how there's no new battleground and complain about how PvP is dead. It isn't dead, it's not really dead, it's just pretty wank in some places. Like, I know sub-rogues are pretty broken, especially in World PvP with the freaking legendary shoulder pads. They're way broken with that. Other than that, it's not... To be honest, then the honor system we have in Legion is pretty okay. The only thing I don't like from the system is that whenever a new season comes up, whatever points you got from after you obliterate an item, which is turned to gold automatically. The only thing I don't like is that you don't get to use the currency to buy new gear, and the gear takes a while to make unless you constantly play BG like it's the only content you do. I don't know. I don't really do that much BG, so who am I complaining about? So that's just a little my complaint about PvP and Legion, which is just could be solved by, well, just do more BGs, you idiot. But one thing I also want to talk about is more about Battle for Azeroth, like what do I think about the sub races? Well, I'm okay with the sub races if they put the Blackrock Orcs skin models, like like the orc sub race. I know people wanted brown orcs, but I wanted the fucking Blackrock orcs more than the brown orcs. Brown orcs, I don't really give a shit too much. They're okay, but I want fucking Blackrock orc. I mean, let's be honest. The brown orcs, they're not that different, and don't even really, if you think about it in lore-wise, they don't really have anything unique other than like, oh yeah, they have brown skin. I think Blackrock orc because, it's kind of similar to the Dark Iron Dwarves, but I mean, maybe have it where in combat they can deal more damage to dragons. They can, they increase their blacksmithing, or even just, or have ability to, resist the damage of like lava. I mean, they're not gonna be immune to lava. They can still, you know, die from it, but maybe lore-wise they can just resist it a little more because they're so used to smelt deadly metals. And crap. I just realized I'm in the wrong fucking spot. Damn it, why am I way ahead? In the wrong spot. It's right here. Oh, so let me just finish this up real fast. Alright. So, what do I think of the sub-races? Are they cool? I think they're kind of cool, but I think they're kind of more a little bit fan servicey in some races. For ones, I understand the high mountain Taurens because, I mean, one race can relate to the freaking Taurens. Nidos, maybe, but they're mostly nice to the regular Taurens from, like, Kelmador, the ones we play as. I don't think they're friends with a high mountain. It's pretty clear. So, I wouldn't be surprised if the Taurens in of Thunderbluff decided, like, hey, look at these high mountain Taurens. We should freaking be friends with these guys. Okay. So, it makes a lot of sense that high mountain Taurens would be friends. They have a lot of really things, and in a time of war, just makes sense. Yeah, I don't think there's any hatred of the High Mountain Tauren. I can understand why people will be like, why do High Mountain Taurens have a problem with the Alliance? We have them too. Again, I don't fucking know. That's just Blizzard's decision, really. And Highborn. Was it Highborn or... oh, it was Nightborn. My bad. For Nightborn, people complain about, like, why is the Nightborn in the Horde? I wanted to play as that one in this Nido zone, and then I could just ERP in Goldshire. Why are they not Alliance? This is not fair. They're purple. I love purple. It's my fetish. Well, there's a problem why it's not in Alliance. It's pretty clear if you actually pay attention to the storyline. The Nidos don't even give a shit about the Nightborn. I mean, if you listen to Rhonda, she says she only cares about, you know, regaining Suramar City. Because it's her little hometown. It's her little city. She can care less what happens to Nightborn after that. For the Blunos, I mean, let's be honest. They both have their leader who, you know, end up certain Legion and die from it. Both have magic addiction, which is solved by the Sunwell or the tree. Well, yeah, technically a tree with fruit. I don't know why. Why the fruit sounds delicious? I don't know why. Seriously, that fucking tree is a freaking miracle, I guess.
The Legion will fall.
Alright. And it just makes sense.
May your days be long.
They both have their winter forms. That's just, they're very similar. And if you go to the Shermis Isles at level 110, when you're doing your questing, you realize as a Horde side, you'll see Lady Yaldrin with one of the Nightborn characters. And after you realize they're making Nightborns more closer to the Horde, but I'm guessing in Legion, with a special quest line, maybe the Nightborn might lose their city and, you know, lore-wise in Suramar. So we're gonna try to convince them to join the Horde. I don't know. It's my only guess how we're gonna get them and why we get them. And then another race I want to talk about is the Sandalari. Now, this race I have no clue this was gonna be a playable race. or even a sub-race. Hang on, sorry, my throat's kind of... I had no expectation for Zanilla trolls. So when they announced it, I was under shock. And the race models were okay. But I think people were more excited for the straight backs. But to be honest, I don't really care about if the race is hunchback or straight, as long as it's distinctive. Like, I always see the hunchback orcs being more distinctive than the trolls, because their body type is so different. The orcs are more muscular, while the trolls are kind of skinny, but still their own way of being strong. You know, like have their own muscles, and you know what I mean. So I didn't really care too much about that. But again, it's nothing that different really. And as for the one, now before we get to the last one, let's go to the second last one, the Dark Iron Dwarves. That I agree, that should have been a playable sub-race, but I don't know if it should be its own sub-race. But yeah, the Dark Iron Dwarves, they're pretty cool. Now the last one, which I saved the best for last, or should I say the worst for last, because it makes no sense. The Void Elves. Why? What? Like, my only understanding about Void Elves is that, well, they're elves that dabble in freak magic, and they were told how to, and they were trained how to control it. And apparently you can toggle off and on their void form. But here's my biggest problem. Are they high elves? No, they're not high elves, you fat nerd. It's a blood elf. Everyone wants to play a blood elf, you piece of shit. Wow. Apparently, thanks to, I forgot one of the developers, I forgot what his name is. He announced that, sadly, they're not blood elves. They're freaking, they're not high elves. They're fucking blood elves.
Good fortune.
That were kicked out of Silvermoon City for some reason for dabbling in void magic, and it's thanks to their freaking, yeah, I guess, like, try to remember, hang on. I guess because of that, thanks to their being kicked out of void magic, it was Illyria coming back, fighting them out of nowhere, and basically, you know, tell them, hey, I'll teach you guys how to control your void magic, so you can, you know, be normal like us. And they'd be like, okay. Like, really? I wouldn't mind if they're, like, high elves that volunteer, but, like, where the heck these... I read the books, and, well, at least not the books, like, you know, Wikipedia and all that. And from what I can tell, the only, you know, type of elves that were kicked out of Silvermoon were the ones who didn't want to join on the training of magic, which are the original high elves. Hence why we got, you know, we still have high elves while having blood elves at the same time. They're essentially the same elf, it's just that one didn't siphon magic and were kicked out of the city, and the other ones that did agree and actually stay in the city and kept their, you know, well, not kept, like, actually gained new eyes. Hence why blood elves have green eyes, because of their magic, you know, draining ability. Well, high elves are just the same. Again, I know people love to play a high elf, and I can understand them, and I kind of, and they're both too. And it kind of sucks that after the demand, we still don't get playable high elves. Instead, we get another blood elf race that just happens to have a special form, becoming a void elf. Again, it's pretty freaking random, and I wonder how they're gonna work on the classes. I'm guessing the classes are very different, depends on... And I know, I heard from, like, data mining that they have... Their classes are very different than their other races. Like, for example, High Mountain Taurens, they don't have paladins or priests like the regular Taurens. Which makes sense, since the Taurens are the ones who discovered the ways of paladins and, well, Sunwalkers and Seers. So it makes sense that just makes That's just how it is. So, I wonder what the Void Elf's gonna be like. I'm just gonna watch someone like later on, like after this video. I'm trying to keep looking up for a video of how does Void Elves work. Hopefully they'll change your mind, so that, because I mean it makes no sense just like, oh look, hey guys, come join the alliance and become a Void Elf. What's your difference? It's just like the Blood Elves, but you could turn purple. Why? You could just say, oh, you can play a High Elf. What? High Elf? Well, shit, better fucking change my race. My Blood Elf petty race and go to Goldshire ERP again. Like, seriously, could have done that, but nope. It's a freaking Blood Elf. Why? Why? I know they're playable. I know that people love them. People want to have sex with it online. But why? Why not High Elf? They're basically Blood Elves with blue eyes. Like, what's the big deal? I don't know. And unlike Blackrock Orcs, they don't... One thing you don't know about the Blackrock Orcs or the Brown Orc models, they all have the same face. None of them have a unique face. They all have the basic face, point 1, called face type 1. However, unlike those skin types, the playable, for the High Elves, they actually have their own different face types, despite being the not playable. Yep, High Elves have way more customization than your damn other races. Pretty sad, you think about it. So I'm kind of surprised that we're gonna get Void Elves, and the Void Elves are not even a unique race. They're just Blood Elves with a new form, similar to organs. Kind of disappointing, but we just have to wait and see. Again, am I excited for the sub races? A little bit, but not so much. I mean, one thing I want to try out is the Draenei one. Yeah, the Lightforged Draenei. They might be fun to play out. And I might maybe I might race change to a High Mountain Tauren, but I'm not like, that excited for that. Because I like the Taurens themselves. They're fun. Yeah, they might have antlers, but I don't really care. Some of the Light Trolls, I don't care too much. Nightborn, maybe if they have good customization, and I don't care too much of their heritage transmog set, because I'm not, you know, I'm more of a unique transmogger than actually, you know, oh guys, I'm gonna wear this full set, be right back. I mean, I do have some characters that wear a full set for roleplay value or just limited value, but a lot of times I try to make a, you know, not make a full set if I can with most of my characters. Again, we'll just have to wait and see. And okay, another thing that I was kind of hoping, but it didn't happen. My only speculation is gonna have an expansion, like maybe if Lady Ashara does appear, in which she is gonna be appeared hint by Blizzard, are we gonna, you know, deal with her, or it's gonna, you know, be like similar to Legion, but just more, you know, in your face before we, you know, hint in an expansion. Because I wish she hasn't. Lady Ashara should have her own expansion, because how many times have we been teased over the years of like, oh look, Lady Ashara. Hey guys, heard about Lady Ashara? Hey guys, Lady Ashara ruled the Nagas and now she's gonna take over the world. Hey guys, have you heard about the oceans filled with Nagas? Oh yeah, that was Lady Ashara. Like, I hear that all the time, and yet we don't get a freaking any information other than like, oh yeah, Lady Ashara's over there. Over there, over there, over there, over there. Oh yeah, she's still active. She's over there. Like, we don't get none of that. It's just like,
Blessings upon you.
like, what are we gonna get? Because it's the same exact thing.
Do not lose.
So hopefully they'll just stop spamming that.
Good health.
Like,
May the light embrace
come on. Like, give us the actual story. Like, come on. Another thing people try to, like, say it's never gonna happen is playable Nagas. And guess what the stupid reasons are? They don't have no legs. LOL. Seriously, what's wrong with turning your legs, turning your pants into robes? I mean, I don't see the whole point of that. And people were like, oh, what about the shoes? LOL, their shoes are dead. Well, if you don't realize that the Draenei don't wear the shoes traditionally as the humans. And if you look at the Draenei and Worgens and freaking Taurens, their shoes are still there. It's just that if they have a boot, if they're boots, half of it's there, but the rest is like dead. And I think for the Nagas, they could turn their shoes into like rings. Similar, like look at it. See the Draenei? That's a ring. Make it turn into a ring, so that way it look a little cool. And that's a solution I think for. And another thing that people complain about is like, oh, what about their mounts? They're never gonna ride a mount, of course. So that means they never get playable rigs. Like look at this. I can turn myself to a Naga in a private server and ride a mount, and it's so broken. Oh no, there's never gonna be playable race. First of all, of course they're not gonna ride that mount because they're not playable, you idiot. I mean, look at the Worgens. Like, do you think anyone would really want a playable Worgen? No, because it has no female race. They look terrible riding a mount, and plus they can ride on their 4 legs. Again, like, oh my gosh, that should not be a playable race. And yet, guess what? Keta, they tweak the model so they have two genders. And I mean, yeah, the ice female organizer, you know, kind of like controversial stuff. But obviously, they have their own, you know, mount animation. And for Worgen, I mean, like seriously, like the Worgen, just like that's just very unusual for me at the time. Like I never thought the Worgens would be playable race until it was announced. So I always remembered, like, how come Nagas are not playable? Again, that argument about, oh, they can't ride mounts because they're shit today. Like really? Like seriously, when Blizzard go to announce playable Nagas, they will. They'll fucking will. And they even announced, I think it's like, I forgot what that one YouTuber's name is. He's friend with Krendor. I forgot his name is. He was talking with the developer, and he says he does want to add playable Nagas. And hopefully soon we'll get to play as them. Maybe soon, maybe as a sub race, or as the here's a playable race, or if not on Battle for Azeroth, maybe the next expansion. And other people are like saying like, oh, they can't be playable. They're so loyal to Ashara. They're never gonna happen. Bull fucking crappa. Like, have you been playing a Demon Hunter? There's plenty that don't really serve her anymore, or just more aligned with the different factions. And Blizzard told that, just like humans, Nagas can work for anybody. So yeah, they might be turned into Nagas thanks to Lady Ashara, but just like the Undead Forsaken, they don't agree with their queen no more. And they're eventually gonna join different legions to who knows what. So, again, my prediction is that if we get them playable, maybe our Nagas might first play out as a, you know, loyal to Ashara, but their general, 2 generals maybe. I mean, if we're gonna go for the neutral route, I'll say, like, you know, maybe 2 generals, one that's like, you know, who has his point of view of, you know, who wants to help the Horde, that wants to play the Alliance, help the Alliance, but maybe they have their own reasons why. Maybe, like, you know, like, wants to fight for a faction that, who wants to, you know, who doesn't like being, I don't know. Again, I'm still working on the, you know, idea behind it, but again, Blizzard said they're not gonna have. They didn't say they're not gonna do it. They said they wanted to. They never said like, oh, it's not gonna happen. No, they literally said it's possible. It's just not happening yet. Again, we have crazy stuff going on. We got, you know, people wanting to complain about customization, artifact weapons. Oh yeah, another thing I want to talk about is the artifact weapons. My biggest concern about the expansion is like what's going to happen to it. And apparently they announced that it's not going to be relevant, which that's cool, which I wouldn't be surprised because people complain about them. I don't know why.
I'm out of range.
Because to be honest, I like the artifact weapons. And the grind, I agree, the grind was pretty bad, but not anymore. 7.3 really changed the grind completely. Even my dad was able to, you know, agree with that. He even, I mean, seriously, he can literally, you know, do the grind over again if he wants to with a different character. Again, they changed the grind so much. The only thing that's grinding is legendaries, which I don't play multiple specs on one character. I just play one character on that spec because, you know, roleplay value. Because I mean,
Too far away.
I don't see, you know, a Dry Knight play as Shadow Priest unless I want to pretend to be a Warlock, which is kind of stupid. And yeah, that's just me really. And I see trolls who wield a bow or marksmen, and if I play a race that has guns, I'll play a race with the guns, and I'll be a Beast Mastery because I love Beast Mastery. And I was happy they got guns and people complain. How the fuck does that happen? I have no clue. I have literally no clue.
The Naru have not forgotten us.
So yeah. See what does it look like? Ew, stupid. Anyways. My biggest concern, besides the fact that we're not gonna have an expansion, is like, will we be able to do the artifact weapons and, you know, gain the, you know, the actual old appearance except for the challenge mode appearance? Because I know a lot of people love the challenge from getting the challenge appearance. I mean, if Blizzard keeps the artifact weapons in the game but just not be relevant in the expansion, I mean, they said to remove it, give it back to its owners. I think it would be good if it's like, you know, lore-wise, you do give it to your owners, give it to the original owners, but you'll still have your artifact weapon, it'll be disabled. Or perhaps you can have Thrall be your bank, your artifact bank, and he'd be like, hey, I like my Doomhammer back. Okay, give him the Doomhammer, and then it'd be like, hey Thrall, is it okay I can, you know, borrow your hammer for a bit and power it up for you? Oh, sure, why not? That gives me enough time to spend with Agra. Okay. That'd be cool, and just like, you know, so that way when if you want to do Legion content, you can just, you know, get your artifact weapon and just grind, whatever. I don't like it's like similar to Legend Caveman ring. Like, why does it have to be removed for no reason? I have no fucking clue. And it sucks because I have a bunch of ults who want to get the artifact weapons, and rip, they're not gonna happen. Unless I freaking have 1,100 boosts, it's not gonna fucking happen. Like, it's not gonna happen. All my characters are not gonna get their weapons right away. And that sucks, man. That really sucks. And one thing I want, like seriously, like, I made a paladin, a holy paladin, a healing paladin, right? And she wants to wield a two-handed weapon. And I want to get the hammer with the book. And guess what happens? Oh, we're gonna remove the artifact weapon. So go back to your stupid shield and mace, you dumb nerd. Yeah, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Hopefully they'll remove it and just be like, oh, you can put it away to the owner or whatever. Depends on your... Maybe if you have your artifact weapon, you can, you know, give it to Thrall. Maybe have him watch over the other ones, and then just give him the Doomhammer, and he, you know, give it back to him, you know, whenever you're not using the weapon, right? So it makes sense. That's just my idea. I hope they don't remove it, like, you know, straight up, like, oh, hey guys, you got to level 100? Oh, that's cool, but guess what? Our weapons are removed. Here, have this random purple item we're gonna give it to you, or this blue item, I meant. Instead, it'll help you in your journey. Oh well. Now that's fucked up. Unless they change this, you know, like... But I'm like, these artifact weapons are cool appearance, and the hidden appearance are freaking nice. But they're ultra grindy as heck. Challenge mode appearance makes sense because they're meant to be a challenge. They're meant to be, you know, rewarded at that level when it was relevant. So it makes sense that's gonna be removed. I understand that. Hulf? We'll just have to wait and see. So I'm gonna make sure I level my pally, and if I get enough money on my 100 boost my priest, but I want to make sure my shout priest gets to 60, not like 60, like level 80. Then I'll do a Oldar run, get the shoulder tokens, and you know, so I can, you know, use it for transmog for my Draenei. Then level 100 boost my Draenei, get her off her weapon, and try to hurry up. That's my plan. Right now I don't have enough money, so we just have to wait and see. Because I really love the Staff of the Naru, it fits the Draenei, so better be fucking fast. So yeah, that's the planes. How long has it been this? Oh shoot, it's been like 31 minutes. Oh fudge. So sorry guys. I didn't realize I've been like off the limits, like really off the limits. Well, thank you guys for watching the video. I really like to talk about this stuff, but I'll make sure this is the last time we're gonna go over 30 minutes. Alright. See you guys later, and bye.